I'm going to take this clip of ammo and put it into this magazine like this fine Russian SKS, and then I'm going to fire this gun. Wow, need to shoot this gun more often. Now the magazine is empty on this firearm, this fine Russian SKS. Yes, boys and girls, we're going to talk about clips and magazines. John and I were just talking about how we would be really happy if there was a ban on clips that held more than 10 rounds. Yeah, right. Because I don't even know of a clip that holds more than 10 rounds. There's probably some out there. But that's a clip. Magazines in the gun. It's where the ammo is pulled out and put into the chamber, generally speaking. So, we have a variety of clips and magazines on the table. Now, I know a lot of people don't think it's that big a deal. Maybe it's not. But it's not like carbine or carbine, root, creek. It really is just wrong if you, I mean, if you call that a clip. I'm sorry, but it's a magazine, okay? You know, you're not going to be arrested for calling it a clip, but if you want to be, you know, in the know, and you want to be a shooting hobbyist and enthusiast and talk guns with people that know about guns, you really do want to start getting it right. If you don't have it right, that's a magazine. Okay? That's a magazine from a Lee Enfield. That's from an AR-15. Ooh, evil gun. There's a magazine from a SCAR. Even has some rounds in it. Another 20-round AR-15 magazine. Here's a magazine for the M14, M1A. It's a magazine. There's a clip for loading that magazine. You just put the clip in here, and that's a little awkward, I think, but I usually don't use it, to tell you the truth. This is a clip again, used for loading the magazine. That's a magazine, and that's the system. Let's see if I can shove those down in there. There's a brand new clip. Actually, we just opened it from the package. There you go. See? Now the magazine has 5 more rounds in it than it did. But it's a magazine. This is a clip, of course, for the SKS. These are some clips. I think they call these clips. I'm not sure. It seems like they may, the Swiss may have a different name for that, like a loading device. I don't know, but it is essentially a clip. Same thing. You know, in the Swiss, you have a, you know, it's like a bolt gun, and you use those to load it. It's essentially a clip. Here's a clip, in-block clip for the, what is that? Yes, the Garand. So it's a clip. It's a little different because that clip actually goes down into the magazine and stays in the magazine, you know, and then is ejected after it's empty. But that's a clip. A little bit different. It's called an in-block clip. There's clips for, oh, that's for the Mosin the guns. Okay, that's what that is. You know how I could tell? I didn't have to study the clip, but I know the round. Okay, a little bit different. Here's a clip for the Lee Enfield. You know, here's a mag. Now, generally, you don't take the magazine off the Lee Enfield. You just load it and leave that on usually. But I just had that out there. Okay, clip. All right. And of course, we know what these are: Glock clips. Okay, this gun does not have a magazine in it, and I don't know there's even a clip associated with a Glock, but you do have magazines of varying lengths. It's a magazine, okay? There's another one, loaded, 357 SIG. Let's just leave it open, okay? Magazines, that's all those are. They are not clips. These are clips. This is a clip, all right. Another magazine, here's the old '03 Springfield, ooh, trusty old gun. That right there, up in there, that's called a magazine. If I want to load that magazine, I could grab one of these clips, couldn't I? And I could just push those rounds down into the magazine. Okay? And it's ready to go because the magazine is loaded and the clip is empty. Okay? The clip is what we use to load the magazine. Okay, and all guns don't have a clip, but you're using a clip to load the magazine, and then the magazine is a part of the gun or becomes a part of the firearm and they're moved from the magazine generally into the chamber. Okay, so the clip is the first step. If you even have a gun that uses a clip, then the magazine means it's pretty much ready to go. All right, clip versus magazine. It's not that complicated. I think you can get it straight, and if you're a new shooter, one way, there are certain ways if you're at a range for the first time or something that you can come off as a real novice, and that is by calling that a clip. If you call that a clip, it immediately puts you into a category, okay, that you probably don't want to be in, because you want to learn about firearms, and you just don't do that. Okay, so that's the way it is.